All right, we're going to talk about the drone program again. And as I've often said, I'm not against all drone strikes. I'm against dumb strikes, drone strikes. But I got to say, here we go again. So in the beginning of 2013, we seem to have stepped up our drone strikes in Pakistan and also in Yemen. We've done 6 strikes in the span of 8 days. This is significantly increased from the past, and it was pretty heavy in the past as well. In fact, according to the Bureau of Investigative Journalism, since 2002, our drone strikes have killed 558 to 1,119 civilians. That is not militants, that is civilians. And of those, 204 to 350 have been children. Now, one of the people who's been telling us about the drone program is Robert Greenwald. He's, of course, the founder and filmmaker at Brave New Films, Brave New Foundation. You guys covered the drone strikes. You went to Pakistan to cover it. What's your sense of John Brennan's possible promotion here? What does it tell us about the Obama administration?
Well, it's very, I think, tragic, maybe the best word that I can think of. Here's the man who, remember, did not get the job previously because of what he was involved with in terms of torture in the Bush administration. Now he's being nominated by the Obama administration. So I think that it's an opportunity for us all to raise hell about the issue and to demand that the Senate, in the confirmation hearings, ask him questions about the program.
So I suspect, obviously, Senator Wyden will have some objections. Senator Sanders will have some objections, I suspect. And then we'll be done. We'll get massively outvoted. So what does that tell us about the state of the Democratic Party, that a Democratic president takes a guy who was considered so loathsome that he couldn't nominate him to be the head of the CIA in 2009 because of other torture-related issues, now nominates him and probably will get the Democratic Party to go along with it?
Well, I think it's an indication of why partisan politics has its limitations and why it's critically important that people who fundamentally care about issues, morally, national security issues, economic issues, that you have to create pressure. We all should have learned from the LGBT community, from the immigrant rights community, that there's only one way that politicians respond, and that's to pressure. And having been in Pakistan and looked in the eyes of people who, person after person, would talk to me after an interview and said, please tell Obama this, or please tell Obama that. You know, the notion that we have that kind of power, of course, is only a little bit misleading. But, you know, on a security issue, Cenk, it doesn't make sense, you know, that we are alienating so many people.
Now, I think it does, and I'll tell you why. And you know, this is controversial. But I think we want to create more people who are going to fight us, because it is a way for defense contractors to get more wars to make more money. Otherwise, it makes no sense at all. I mean, every scholar, every person looking at this issue says, what are you doing? When you kill innocent civilians, you're creating more people who are going to fight us. And I think that a lot of the defense contractors look at that and go, exactly.
I don't know that I can go that dark.
Okay. That's zero dark 30.
Yeah. But it's certainly, you know, it's a horrific policy, right? And if you provide common sense and you talk to people, for Brennan to go on the clip and say there are no civilian casualties, that was 3 weeks after one of the worst drone attacks at Dadakel, where over 45 people were killed sitting at a jirga out in public who clearly weren't terrorists. How do you do that?
Let me ask you real quick. Look, I don't believe there's a smoke-filled room. Of course not, right? But at the same time, the system churns on towards that inexorable conclusion. We will have more warfare, and it will lead to even greater wars, and people will profit off of that. So what is it? What's that? Why does Obama listen to that? When there is that pressure, why does he listen to it? What makes him go, okay, you're right, let's do another drone strike on people we don't even know who they are. It's a signature strike.
Yeah. Or what they've done, or are they innocent? No jury.
Right.
It's very hard to understand. And again, my entire family are shrinks, father, mother, brother, and sister-in-law. I'm not in that business. But what I can say, based on the facts, based on the clear facts, spend a minute in Pakistan, talk to people, and you know this is making every single one of us less safer.
All right, you got to check out what the great work that Brave New Foundation has done on drones and on Pakistan. Go check out the full movie, you know, the documentary they put together on it. It's amazing. If you don't believe us now, it'll change your mind. You'll see the actual victims, etc. All right, thank you, Robert.